It's UFC 324 Fight Week. You can stream it on Sportsnet Plus, presented by Skilled Trades College, Saturday night. Sean O'Malley is joining me right now, and he's taking on Song Yadong Saturday night. Sean, after preparing so much time for Merab, tell me, how does it feel to fight a striker again?
Honestly, it was a little bit different of a camp. We weren't so focused on the grappling, but we also, Song's going to come out there, and we got to be prepared for him to come out there and grapple. The way Merab beat me was through the grappling. So, as Song's probably looking at that, trying to put that into his game. He's been doing a lot of judo and stuff, so we got to be ready for it. But it was nice. It was a little bit different of a fight camp.
I actually watched some interviews with Song Yadong, and he said that he respects your striking skills, but he thinks he's a more well-rounded fighter. Do you think he's going to actually try to test your grappling? Do you think he thinks there is where he holds the advantage over you?
Yeah, I mean, you have a game plan, then you get in there, and then it's like, can you stick to the game plan? Or, maybe he doesn't want to wrestle, but then I go out there and crack him a few times, and he's like, what the hell just hit me? And now he's trying to grapple. So, I'm just going in there and flowing. Whatever happens, happens. I don't have like, I'm going to first round do this, I'm going to second round. I'm going to go out there, flow, make him react to me, react to, what he throws, and just let go and let flow and create magic.
You have been fighting 5-round fights lately. This one, it's only 3. Are you happy with that, or you got used to the longer fights?
I'm not complaining about 15 minutes over 25 minutes. 25 minutes, fight for a half an hour it's a lot. So 15 minutes, I'm there for it. Let's do it. I'm excited. Change the pace up a little bit, and I'm excited for a 15-minute fight.
Your fight was originally not a co-main event, but now it's a co-main event. When you find out the news that you are going to fight in the co-main event, were you worried that the fight is going to be 25 minutes, or you knew from the start when you signed the contract you signed for 3 rounds?
I mean, to be honest, like, no one ever told me I was co-main. I just kind of assumed, like, okay, I was the fight before the co-main, and then co-main fell out. Me and Song, it's a co-main fight anyway. But we've been doing a lot of 25-minute stuff. Like, I'm still mentally, in that space. I'm still, I'm not looking past Song, but I am preparing for Peter, and at the same time, like, I keep that 25-minute focus. That mental focus is something you want to, so I've been trained. If it was 25, we're ready for 25, but I would definitely be asking for a lot more money if they were trying to bump up, make me fight for twice as long.
Yeah, that's true. I know you wanted to step in a cage earlier than January. What got in the way?
I think they wanted the Sugar Show on the Paramount. Even though they didn't put me on the poster, it's okay. But I think they wanted me on the Paramount for a reason. Maybe not, but I was assumed that's why, because I was ready to go in November, December, kind of trying to get something going. And they're like, hey, let's wait till January. So I think that's why.
I know you asked to fight the Canadian Ayman Zahabi. What made you target Ayman?
I was familiar with him from the Aldo fight. I was like, damn, that was a sweet fight, good performance. And then he fought Cheeto, and it was a close fight, and then he just called me out, and I was like, sure. I feel like that was an easier matchup than Song, to be like, in my eyes. Ayman's not. Song's more of a dangerous opponent. I'm like, hey, I'll fight Ayman. So, but they're like, no, you fight Song. I was like, all right, that's fine.
Do you think you're gonna fight for the title? Do you have the eyes on the title this year, or you want to prepare more for it?
No, I mean I go out there and beat Song. Me versus Peter at the White House. It's just I'm putting that out there. I'm putting that out in the universe. I feel like it makes sense. I think, it's an interesting matchup. I have the win over him. It was a close fight. So I go out there and beat Song. I believe that would be next at the White House this year.
You have already been champion, and I see you right now talking with so much passion about the championship fight. Does that belt mean the same for you like it did the first time?
Yes, I think it does. It's weird. It's like I feel there's like contentment that I have, that I've made it. I got the belt, I defended the belt. Like, you can't take that away from me. It could end, in my career. This could be my last fight, and I'll be, it is what it is. I'll be the champ. But there's something about getting the belt back there's the motivation there, and it's also money motivated. You make a lot more money when you're the champ, when you're defending the belt. So there's motivation there for that.
How is life without social media? Are you back on social media
No.
or still not?
Best thing I've ever did. last year, 2025. 2024, end of the year, I said I'm off social. Been off it. Hired somebody. Hired a team. They run it all. And last year was probably the most peaceful year I've ever had in my life. I have 2 kids, and I just feel like I don't. It's been good. It's been great. I recommended it to everybody, at least limiting it. But if you could get off it, I think it would probably change the world.
If you could go back in time and give some advice to the young Sean O'Malley, what would you say? Like, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years ago?
Um, I feel like I've done a pretty good job just enjoying the process, but just reminding myself that this is the fun part, just enjoying it, going through, like, being at a apartment, or I don't know if I could say like being at a cheap apartment, like when me and Tim, 10 years ago, those were fun memories. I was broke, had no money. I was just like, going to the gym twice a day. It's like life's pretty much the same now, except I have money. It's great. I'd prefer to have money, but like those were good memories too. Advice would just be trust the process. Like, just trust the process. It's something I feel like I remind myself all the time, especially in fight camp. Trust the process.
Thank you so much, Sean. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. It's your co-main event for UFC 324.